Perfect conditions in Sydney tonight for the Swans, who tasted success for the first time in 5 weeks last week at this very ground with a 1-point win over Hawthorn. Tonight, well, they're not playing at home. They are, but they're not, because it's the Western Bulldogs who have the home game with a very good record here against the Swans, winning 4 of their last 5 since they decided to play one of their home games at the SCG.
Set up really well on this ground a number of times, and they will be tough to beat.
We just saw Wade Skipper there. He is a late inclusion in this side. Adam Morgan is out of the team. Importantly for them, Harris comes back at full back. Harrison Grant's a lot tighter there in the major posts. You think Grant will go with Barry Hall or Brian Harris?
Hard to say, given that Grant didn't pick up Richo, but that would be my matchup. Grant on Barry Hall. He's the match winner for the Swans and looms as the player of difference between these two sides. He's one bloke capable of kicking 5 or 6 goals. Mick O'Loughlin's also got to be minded, and I think that's who Harris will get. And they are looking for a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of flow, and I think Adam Goodes, whilst the injury to his knee has been a real wrench to them, I think he has forced them into pushing him back, and that's really balanced their half-back line, which has been the key attacking weapon for the Swans in recent times. And when Barry and Kennelly aren't giving them the run, then I think it really hurts them in the forward line.
Well, Nick Davis has come in for Rowan Warfield, starting on the bench. There is a late change with Sydney as well. Doyle has come in, Fosdyke out, a tall for a small, so a different balance there. Bulldogs have won the toss. They're kicking to the right of screen, where Goodes on Rawlings at about 30 metres out from the goal. Promises to be one to watch throughout the night. We're set to go for round 10. An important game for both teams. And Darcy and Ball, straight away the tap from Ball. But Darcy, who's so good at getting in and under himself, has a second go at it, and will have a return bounce right in the middle of the ground.
And Crouch will have big jobs just trying to limit some of their stars, and there's one of them on screen, Brad Johnson, along with West and Smith. They have just been fantastic for the Bulldogs for many years. And Darcy in the ruck, and Jade Rawlings, if he can really get his kicking boot on, 4 goals last week, just might do something special for the Bulldogs tonight. Williams from the kick out, their playmaker, finds Crouch. It came from Maxfield through the centre square. He's quick, super quick is Crouch. Drops a kick in short. Playing in front was Grant. Caught one in the back. Will take the free kick. The umpire's paid advantage, and Joy McMahon is going to come away from half back. So it's rebound football. Spears the ball in. Tremendous kick, and finds Mitch Hahn.
It's a quick game. It's a great start to the match.
3 goals last week. Wobbles the ball inside 45. Here's a chance. Bowden can kick a goal. I think the Bulldogs have got to be a little bit more direct than that.
On this ground,
yeah.
Both Rowan Smith and Murphy could be great goal kickers.
Matthews went without it, but was lucky enough to go back. Hall the target. In front. Strong mark by Boyd.
The Swans have reacted to the matchup on Barry Hall by dragging him back to the goal square.
Eagleton with some time and space and drives it long, but it should just suit Adam Goodes. Bowden just forced the contest and gave Robbins the chance. He's tackled, ball spills free towards Mitch Hahn. Free kick, whistle. Robbins will have a shot from goal from 40 metres out. Sydney fans not happy. Lining up just inside the 45. Terrific shot at goal. The practice has made perfect. Margin back to 2 straight kicks. Rowan Smith will go to himself and short pass it to Coops. Up the middle. Dissects 2 Bulldog players, one of them running onto it, Gian Siracusa. Robbins has lightning hands at the moment. This is Skipper. Gee, he has nailed that. Fantastic finish from the Skipper.
Morgan has pulled out of the side for the Western Bulldogs. Skipper came in, so that move has worked. Chance for the Swans. Buchanan will kick a goal. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for Saddington. Johnson to a big pack of players, and just going up is Leo Barry. So it was no contest from the Bulldogs. Trying to just generate some run out of that back half for the Swans. They love to run the ball. Right through that centre square is Jude Bolton. Chips it in short. Finds O'Loughlin. Back to Kirk. Has to stand his ground. Bulldogs have got back well. They've created numbers. Bolton. At last, in space, is Crouch. And the Swans on the charge. Crouch inside 50.
And only tumbling the ball forward into the arms of Coops, who ran himself into trouble. Stolen by Barry Hall and finished off with a goal. He made them pay beautifully.
Well, he's one of the best players in the competition, Barry Hall. He booted 6 goals against the Bulldogs last time they met. He got the 2 Brownlow votes. He's going for goal number 2. Hits the post.
But that being the matchup, Kevin, I'm sure it must be tempting just for Paul Roos to clear out the rest of the forward line and run the ball through the middle and kick it straight into the forward 50. Doesn't matter if it's accurate or scientific, just straight up there and let Barry Hall do the rest.
Well, there's Saddington, and we can just see his knee just crumbled then. He wasn't being tackled. He just slightly changed direction. Ball's got it. Back to Williams. Can he set it up? O'Loughlin, great kick.
Just going back to that Saddington one, you could see the leg open up on the inside, which means that the medial ligament may be damaged, and if that's the worst he comes through with, then that's another big win for knees for the Sydney Swans.
O'Loughlin trying to bend it back. Pops it through.
Nick Davis started on the bench, back in the side. Long ball to centre wing. Skipper cutting across. Goods was his target. Just bumped out of it by Bowden. It's a clever knock to Williams. Has some running support. McVeigh back to Williams. O'Loughlin leads to the pocket. Hall coming. Couldn't quite get there in time. Scouting O'Loughlin. Short pass. Clever football. Crouch should kick a goal. Directly in front. 40 metres out. Looks pretty good off the boot. Another goal to the Swans. Boundary throw in. There's Big Minson, and this is McMahon. Backpedaling. Well, ran a long way back and still going. Needs to hit the body here. Mitch Hahn went to ground. Bevan was there. Buchanan did well. Spun out of trouble. He misses the target. Ablett, not to be. Standing the way Grant gets a second chance. Pops it the minimum distance and finds McVeigh inside his 45-metre line. This to stretch the margin to 14 points, and at one stage the Bulldogs led by 13. Since then, it's been all Sydney. Goal.
If Paul Roos was giving awards for effort, I think Eamon Buchanan would be right up there.
Darcy led strongly now, looking for Eagleton. It was a shocking kick. This can open up for the Swans. Nix fires the ball back. Williams goes short, finds ball. He wants some run, finds it from Ablett. Looking for Buchanan, who can run into an open goal, and Buchanan will bang it through. He's got 2.
Persistence has paid off for Eamon Buchanan. At one stage delisted by the Swans, and has worked hard to get back into this team, and he's giving Adam Schneider the message that he wants his spot. Swans have kicked the last 6. And the turnover costly for Darcy as he finds Garlick with a clever knock. Rawlings still yet to get a disposal. He may get one here for a free kick. Distance shouldn't be a problem. A question of accuracy, and it's there. Just the finish the Bulldogs were looking for. And they've had 35 more disposals in total, so Scott West being off the ground is having an effect on the Bulldogs at the moment.
I think the indications of the run are also there with the handballs received. The Swans have had 45, almost double the Western Bulldogs 23. They've got to find some runners, the Dogs, and get their game flowing again. Skipper gets plenty of distance on that kick. Harris up forward. Gian Siracusa still going. Already has a goal this quarter. Great vision. That'll be a gimme for Garlick. He doesn't mind the goals, but he doesn't miss. Swans getting back in numbers. Eagleton. Kick. Not bad in the end. Rawlings couldn't take it. Cooney roved it well. Gives Bowden some time, and Bowden finishes with a goal. His second. Well, the Bulldogs are within one straight kick. 45 plays 39 after trailing by 14 points at quarter time.
and they've kicked the last 3 goals. They've worked their way back into this game. Chance for Bolton out of the centre square, can set it up. Nick Davis is a dead-eye Dick, stands and delivers and bangs it home.
Margin still at 12 points as it was at half-time. And Scott West will be forced to go short or kick to the contest. Takes the ladder, poor kick, wobbles up towards Hargrave. Bolton there with Darcy. Darcy got a call out the back, intercepted by Kirk. Bolton couldn't break the tackle. Ball over the top, plenty of Swans here, should be a score. Matthews spots it up just to O'Loughlin. Choice of 2, as Jared mentioned. He could have gone a little bit longer to Hall.
Generally a beautiful kick, this fellow.
And well done, Jared. Didn't put the muzzle on him. His team, and always a dangerous one at that, as Adam Goods is in the ruck. Harrison didn't get it far. Bolton underneath gets a free kick. Mitch Hahn into his back. He's had a terrific third quarter. Jude Bolton, a couple of very important smothers, and coming up for 6 disposals. Hall, oh, almost took it. Hargrave to Coops. They're under pressure. Skipper, this will test him out below his knees. Doesn't get a chance. O'Loughlin, brilliant stuff. Good vision, spotted up 3 Swans, and Craig Bolton marks within range.
Johnson hasn't had one, and Scotty West has just had 2.
And Craig Bolton's kicked his 2nd for the year.
Well, the Bulldogs now have Rowan Smith at full forward and Wade Skipper, so they're trying to change that structure of the forward line. Jade Rawlings is back out at centre-half forward. Darcy's into the ruck. They need him there with his experience around the ground. Here's Bolton, back to ball. They lead now by 25 points. It's a big 8.5 minutes for the Bulldogs. Harrison pulled off the ball, taken by McVeigh. Runs into the open goal. Hammers it home. Keeping the Bulldogs in the game with some poor kicking, the Sydney Swans. 10-15-75. The Bulldogs 6-6-42. And here's O'Loughlin. And out to the side. It could have been a quick hand pass and an easy goal for the Swans. Garlick has worked hard tonight looking for Coops. It's a poor kick. There was far too much carry on the ball. And Ty Kennelly, and this man who keeps charging down the field, backs himself in. He's a running machine. Finds Ablett to Crouch. They'll share the ball around. Ablett stands and delivers. High ball chance now for Nix. Nix from right on 45.
Beautiful kick.
Straight through the centre.
Chris Grant has held up his position, but Scotty West went off, and very few other players put their hand up and said, we've got a crisis here, we've got a challenge. This game is still open to be won. Let's lift.
Darcy is a team lifter. Finds Bowden. He's kicked a couple of goals. He's kicked a beauty.
Despite the body language looking as if it's, for all intents and purposes, 4 points in the bag for the Swans, and the scoreboard saying exactly the same thing. We all know that on this ground you can get 5 in 5 minutes.
Yep. Darcy, clever tap to Eagleton. Straight to his advantage. Cooney over to McMahon. Long ball in. Pack forms. Free kick whistle. It'll be a Sydney kick. No, it's a Western Bulldogs kick. Jared, you might be spot on. This will be 2 in a minute. And it's Jade Rawlings.
Well, I think there can be times in games where psychologically you can get that far in front, as we see the little push out there from Adam Goods. You can get so far in front that you switch off the brain. And if your legs stop running at the same time and you just give a little bit of an opening to the opposition, it can turn so rapidly.
He missed one in the third term, which was pretty easy. This one pretty similar.
Got it.
And has got it. Punching the air before it went through.
Paul Bevan has been an outstanding player, as you said, again tonight, but for a first-year player, it's been a great picker.
He's already got a National Rising Star nomination. O'Loughlin was looking for Barry Hall, and Johnson, showing courage, goes back. Takes the grab, plus 50. Barry's getting a bit frustrated.
Yeah, I think the time has come for a move for Barry Hall. He's just been he's been working against 2 men all night.
He's kicked 1-5 for the night.
He's trying to umpire, just set him free in the middle.
Johnson And as the time clock ticks away for the Bulldogs, it's at the 10-minute mark to go. To his partner in crime, his mate, Ian Rowan Smith, goes short, finds Murphy, still inside the centre square. Chris Grant has run hard. He's run off Barry Hall. He wants short. He was looking for Scotty West. He's been off several times with that gashed head. Cooney was the tackler, taken away by Kirk. Didn't really hit a target. Maxfield can run on the ball. Great tackle by Coops. Brings him down inside the centre square.
Jared, it's just been that last kick with the Bulldogs. It's just missed the body a few times in this last quarter, hasn't it? That's
very wasteful this quarter.
That's cost them.
I think their work rate has been what's required, but they just haven't been able to turn it over. The skill just hasn't been there. Matthews.
And from the Sydney Swans point of view, the clock's now down to 9 minutes, so that'll become the enemy for the Western Bulldogs. They kicked the first 2 goals with 18.5 minutes remaining.
And I think if they can get over the line, which I guess at this stage we expect them to do, although you just never know. You never know. They'd be, look out.
Chris Grant down. Barry Hall, who, as we know, is pretty angry at the moment.
Now, the ball's a good 60 metres away, so something's happened way off the play, because the ball is being bounced inside the centre square, and we're talking about Grant going down at centre-half back inside the 45-metre square.
Matthews is throwing it out, stolen by West. Good work by Nix.
We must have a look at Grant, because he's in the hands of the trainer.
And he's not happy.
And let's have a look at Grant here, because as he's saying a few words to Barry Hall. So something certainly took place behind the play, a good 60 metres behind the play.
It's pandemonium at the moment, because players not sure where or what or who should have the footy, and it's a Sydney Swans free kick. It's going to Jason Ball, who gives off to Maxfield. Clever kick, well weighted to Bolton. Grant has left Hall. He's on the mark. Bolton decides to go back to Kennelly. Inside the last 8 minutes now. Back to Maxfield, so they haven't gone far since Jason Ball took the free kick. They've gone forward and back, 40 and 30. Back to Bolton again. 26th disposal coming up for Jude Bolton. Back to Maxfield, and they're just waxing and collecting possessions at the moment. Barry's angry at the moment, can't get hold of the football. With slow motion here at the SCG on a Saturday night. Barry. Now Williams is free. They finally get a player free and kick inside 50. O'Loughlin goes down. Here's a chance of Buchanan. Over to Crouch. Second time he's centred the ball from that pocket in this last quarter. O'Keefe goes back to Bolton, can kick a goal and misses. Not to be. Sydney just their second behind for the quarter.
Leo Barry doing the ruck work. Grabs the ball with strength. Breaks the tackle to Kennelly. They've been a great duo. Finds McVeigh, who's quick. Here's Barry Hall. He's got 2 to beat. There's a free kick. Right in Cowboy. No free kick for Barry Hall. The Bronco man over the top. And no free kick to Barry. Have a look at this. Right in Cowboy. Whoa.
And no free kick.
And Barry, if he was angry before, he'll be very angry now. Eagleton needed clean hands. Touch of the fumbles taken away by Matthews. Stands and delivers his Ablett's been smothered off the boot. Does well, recovers well. Passes it off. Finds Maxfield, runs to 45 and has missed. This looked like he got interfered with to me.
This is Harrison. Darcy leads for him. Keeps it in play. Chips it round towards Rawlings and he's got it. Tough kick from there. It's not a bad effort. I'll tell you what, that was as close as you'll get, just touched.
Rockets the ball back to Maxfield, who's a thumping kick. Here's big bad Barry pushing and shoving. 2 against 1. Thumped out of his hands. Barry's down. Through for a behind.
Well, right now I think it'd be wise just to get Barry into the anger management pit down on the bench. Nothing to be gained for him staying out there and getting 2 weeks.
He does want to meet Jack Nicholson or Adam Sandler, does he? Is that his name from that movie, Anger
Yes,
Management?
That's correct, Kevin.
There's going to be a free kick.
Let's have a look here. What happened here?
There's a blood rule, I think.
Well, he got a whack in the head from Hargrave, and if you get whacked in the head, you should get a free kick.
Doyle over the top of Minson. Williams, possession number 30. Bulldogs with the numbers back here. Grant, as we mentioned, has been excellent. He's been the best for the Bullies. Williams, out of nowhere. Oh, it's easy to kick goals against the Bulldogs in the last quarter, Kevin.
They've certainly threatened in this last quarter. The number of times they've got it inside 50, but they just have wasted so many opportunities. As the siren sounds, a good win by the Sydney Swans. It was a tough game, a tough win. Not a pretty game. But the Sydney Swans have prevailed, and they've won 12-21-93. They should have put the Bulldogs away a lot earlier. 10-7-67. It's the Sydney Swans by 26 points.